I don't have it.
I'll show you.
Okay, that's good. Microsoft 360. I can only get that on Edge on my phone. I have Edge at the office.
Herman's the one that hooked everybody else up.
Yeah, but I was so busy that day, I didn't get to do it.
John and Darren, I know your
Whatever it was.
your email.
I haven't started.
Wouldn't take much.
You know, my legs are so sore, I couldn't be up there, my right.
That's what I was thinking.
No way.
Okay. I went to Outlook and. This is the one that where you're creating.
That's right. Yeah.
It was made by myself. Yeah, I'm still working.
Hey, Seth. Got your first part of the meeting this week. Are you excited? Yeah, Mark's right, where's all quick?
Yeah.
It's second, like, big.
Okay, now, I can do it here in a little bit.
Yeah, my parents have for birthday.
I do too.
Okay.
Does it start off like this?
I think it's.
Wait a second, it's in here.
Oh, my goodness. I did, and I made a copy.
Okay, good.
You guys are on the
Yeah,
front row.
I did, but I had to get to it.
Yeah.
He said it to you. Okay, good.
Yeah, I got it.
Because I have done some interpretive dances for Seth. That's true. That makes 200. One.
Or just put it right out there in the middle. It's just got a little, I'm just gonna leave right there.
I'm like, do you know anybody? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, wondering why it's supposed to be.
Welcome to the October 20th, 2025 scheduling regular city council schedule. Regular session is now called to order. Would you please rise and say the pledge of allegiance with me? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Shirley, would you do a roll call for us?
Becky Curtis.
Here?
John Breckenridge. John Pfeiffer.
Here.
Mark Fox.
All right. That takes us to our public participation with council. We have 2 items on already for talking to us. One of them is not here yet. So we'll go down to the Surefire signs, billboard. Go to the podium and sign your name, or do you already do that to get one on? Do you sign
Just on the name of it.
name and address?
Name and address on there. If we don't have that.
Says it's live.
No, I've got the timer. I'm the timekeeper.
I want to thank you guys for having us tonight. My name is Peyton Thompson. I'm from Spruceville and local farm family. We've got an idea of an elevated monument out here at Richard Cameron sign at 36 and 35. And we've got Jim here from Surefire Signs. He really knows his stuff, and he's the one that builds the signs and makes them and everything, and he also directs them. We've got some drawings here, some stuff we kind of wanted to show you guys.
I apologize, but usually I don't have this many people in a meeting coordinating, so if you don't mind, hope you all can maybe kind of share the photographs. I only printed 7 of these color renderings.
Yes, sir.
At least you can. Okay, you see this?
Your business is in Stewartsville? Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what.
Your elevated monument?
That's what this is.
Your elevated monument, that's me.
Well, we're from Stewartsville, and we were proposing this elevator.
Okay, sure.
Yes, sir.
You do all kinds of signs?
He does, yes, he does, yes, sir.
You're just the one that looks good and is the talker, right?
You know, I don't know. I looked a lot better about 40 pounds ago, but hey, we're happy.
You know how that is.
We believe that.
That's what works.
Yes, sir. So you can see. You guys can see here in the bottom right corner of your picture, you guys see your guys' current sign there. And you can see if we were to remove that and put it in place of, or put this sign in place of it, we would, take care of all the landscaping. That would be like repair it, fix it, put it back just as good, and we would plant some nice shrubbery in there. And then you can see on top here on the sign itself, where it says Max Cornell, that's just an ad that's local in town, so we just put it up there. But that would be the digital portion of the board that would change. And then below, you can see where it says welcome to Cameron. That blue portion down there, that is, we would put that up there for you guys to represent your town. Jim, do you want to explain to them a little bit about what this board is, the breakdown of it all?
Sure. So what you're looking at here is a V-shaped electronic billboard display with a static camera sign below it. This would currently, now your sign is seen headed westbound. Strictly. This would be seen east and westbound. So you'd be seeing the same display on both sides. The top portion of the display, and how this came about is, this is my 35th year in the electronic sign business. I'm one of the owners of Surefire Sign. We built electronic billboards and signs that ship them all over the entire country. We also did the Kansas City International Airport, if you've seen those today recently. Anyway, Peyton, my client, had contacted me wanting to put up a billboard someplace, and we began looking, and I just had this idea, and I'll tell you where it came from. Many years ago, the city of Cameron had contacted me on this exact location and wanted to put a 4-foot by 8-foot electronic sign down there. I don't know if some of you have been here long enough to know.
How long ago did you say that was?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
Probably, maybe I would say close to about maybe 15, 20 years.
Oh, I was thinking.
They were out of budget at that time.
Yeah.
To do a 4-foot by 8-foot was not in budget. And then, so I remembered the city of Cameron wanting something like this. And I had contacted Lance, and we discussed it. And of course, Lance began to tell me it's still not budget. And I said, well, hold on a second, because I have an idea. So how can I appease the city of Cameron? And as I looked at this, the bushes began to overgrow the sign. It's very low to the ground. It's difficult to see and read even as it stands now. By elevating that sign, kind of keeping it consistent with what you have now, would make it a tremendously more visible, obviously. And it also has the static sign as well as the digital portion above it. The digital portion, now, the benefit for the city of Cameron is obviously it looks nicer, it's more updated, more visible, plus you have the advertisement capabilities to run ads for the city of Cameron. And my client, Hayden here, would be willing to work out some advertisement for you, giving us the opportunity to put this board here. You'd be able to run ads on it. And if you didn't want to run an ad on it, you could get the revenues from the ad, which would be billboards like this right now, depending on the size that you will approve, can range anywhere from a small billboard, $600 to $800 a month, to as much as $1,200 to $1,000 a month per ad click. So if Mr. Thompson here would be willing to work out something with you on advertisements, if you wanted to use that advertisement for your own personal needs, you could.
1 minute, Jim.
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
Time.
1
You have
minute.
1 minute left.
1 minute, okay, you could. If not, then you could, like I said. Does anybody have any questions on this board? It would be a V shape. You're looking at it from one
Here's
direction.
kind of the V, of course, this is upright, but this way you can see it going westbound, and you can see it going eastbound as well. And when he was talking about a slot on the board, I'd be willing, if we could work something out to offer you guys a spot on each side of the board, not counting this static portion that's going to stay the same, a spot on each side of the board going one each way. If you guys wanted to put an ad up there of your own, something in the town going on, something you guys want to advertise for yourself. And if you guys don't want to use those slots for something of your own, if you want to lease that out, that spot to someone else, that would be some revenue for you guys as well. And I also want to mention that if there ever is, in the case of an emergency, tornado, big bad stuff, or unfortunately even if an Amber Alert or something was to come about, if you guys would holler at me, I would gladly just throw something up there. Obviously, zero charge. Just glad to do it. Just go.
That's you.
Absolutely. You betcha.
It has a lot of capabilities, and we've been able to recover abducted children and all kinds of different things.
That's powerful tool. Yeah, thank you.
Is an ad, explain an ad click, is that for a 30-day ad? that changes
Well,
it?
we would do something, like typically when ads are put on these boards, they're 8-second clips. They run indefinitely, every 8 seconds in the rotation. If there's 10 ads on there, it runs 10 ads, 8 seconds apiece. Obviously, customers will be advertising on it, but your ad will come around also just like theirs. And it will display for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We will change the ad once a month for you, and whatever you decide to put on it, whether it's an ad for you or an ad that you sold to someone else, or however you decide to use your ad, that's how we would display it. And I'm sure Peyton would be willing to change an ad for you if you wanted to change it sooner than that. I don't think you'd be objecting to that too. So every 2 weeks or whatever. But as far as the billboard itself, I think it'd be a beautiful entrance coming into the city of Cameron. It definitely looks gorgeous. You can see the picture and the design in it. As long as the colors and everything look fine to you, we can adjust those as well.
Thank you, guys. So Jeff's not here yet.
Yeah, we'll try to catch him in the public participation.
That's fine, okay. Later. Okay, so that brings us to our first, go ahead.
I'm two people tonight. Cheryl Price-Kind couldn't make it, so I'm going to fill in for her. But first of all, I'd like to compliment the minutes from September 22nd. I like the format, the way it was thrown up. I hadn't read the minutes for a while, but anyway, I thought it was a good job. And second, I want to compliment the electric department. What they did out there on south of 36 before you get to 35 in that forested area, they took out a lot of brush and trees and stuff that could cause an outage, and worked with the landowners over there. I think they did a great job. The young fella that operated the mulcher for the city's electrical department, fantastic operator, young fellow. I think, I would call him a rookie because he was maybe a year or two on the job or something maybe. But anyway, he did a great job. Third, I want to let you folks know that I thought MoDOT did a real good job with their mulcher on their property. What these fellows are talking about is MoDOT's property that the city leases the Welcome to Cameron sign to put on there. I want to make sure this is understood, but they did a great job. The operator did fantastic, I thought. We got help from the state representative and the state senator for this area. The newspaper guy, he did an article in the paper. He and I went out with the area MoDOT manager, and we drove the roads to see where problems were. I've always said that, and Phil Tate said it 35 years ago, you can't see the city of Cameron from the highway. And we had brush back then, we had trees back then, and now they're even worse. But having said all that, Mark McLaughlin, the newspaper guy, he's helped us a lot, trying to get this thing going. The article in the newspaper, and then he turned around and sent the papers to the
elected officials and to the MoDOT area engineer, Mark Stein is his name. I called and thanked him and his crew. I wanted to let him know that MoDOT did fine. They are now operating south of Winston, and it may be next year before they come on down through Cameron. They went ahead and did this one part up here for us. And she wanted to do the flowers or the shrubs or whatever is going on out at the Cameron sign. She wanted to work on those. She has other ladies, a lady from the Cameron Greenhouse, Debbie, minute, bud. Okay. Anyway, there's like 4 or 5 of them. And anyway, they've been talking about ideas for that. They asked me to look at it. That Public Works, Parks, you guys need to look at that. There is damage to that sign that looks like there's not drainage getting away from it. The blocks, the gravel in the blocks is coming out. That's your where your drains are down below. That's going to have to be cleaned up, reset. Anyway, but I just want to let you know that Cheryl is, their volunteers are working on it if you want them, if this council wants them. That's your choice. But they just wanted to get some ideas to see how they could help. And I applaud them for that. I think we come a long ways by opening up that. And if MoDOT, and I will continue to work with MoDOT to get this cleaned up, and I'd like to see some type of little sign added to the sign that's out in front of Love's, just a whiteboard with a directional sign saying that commercial area or the business district.
The chamber has a big thing going on for that. The chamber's got that. They're doing something there.
Okay, thank you very much. By the way, I think the chamber has got a good website too. And I'm glad that you're on EDOC.
Thank you.
Okay, you're just in time.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Have a just about podium.
Anyway, my name's Jeff Harp. I'm one of the loss control persons from Murma, and Murma is a self-insurance pool that the city's currently a member of. We provide our members with a comprehensive coverage package, process and handling the claims, and we spend a great deal of time, money, and effort promoting the best practices in risk management. We do that through our monthly newsletter, our on-site visits, our annual meetings, seminars, which we got one down at the lake in a couple of days with the PD for those folks to come down. You're also eligible to take advantage of our different reimbursement programs that we have. And one program in particular, the reason why I'm here tonight, is our risk grant program. It was established to help members offset the cost of equipment you identified the need for that fits within our risk management mission statement. This past year, we received an application from the electric department for assistance in purchasing a pneumatic or battery operated crimper. That application was approved at $1,671.25. It is a reimbursable program. I don't have a check tonight, but I've got a nice IOU. We'll pay this to you as soon as you buy the thing. So anyway, I'd like to thank the department for getting the application in and getting this money up there to get that piece of equipment bought and used for the folks. With that, I'll give you this IOU tonight. Appreciate your time.
You still got 3 minutes and 45
Well,
seconds.
I would like to put the application in on the staff. Tell us exactly what this machine does.
This is a battery operated crimper that we use for crimping high voltage power lines, repair splices, all of those things. So before we had, they look like bolt cutters, kind of hard on your shoulders.
It reduces shoulder injuries and arm injuries.
Oh, that's why you guys provide that.
Keeps our work complex.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Good business. Okay, great. Now we know.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
So many cool out.
Sounds good.
Their conditioner's still cool.
Perfect timing for him.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? Tell us.
Gary? No Girl Scout cookie this week?
All right, that moves us to the consent agenda. Shelley?
Item A, motion to approve the minutes from the October 6th, 2025 regular session.
So moved.
Second.
I will entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Let's do that again.
That's all right. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 4 in favor, 0 opposed. I can't think her notes or notes. Okay, that takes us to appointments.
We have no appointments, but council will notice in their packet, I did print off a complete list of all of the boards and commissions.
I appreciate that.
After they've all been filled for the year. We do still have some openings. We have an opening on the park board and the code board of adjustment. But this is the state of all the boards and commissions after all of the appointments.
Okay, I like that. Thank you so
We'll start
much.
over again in January.
And when they come due too.
Actually, I think I do have, no, I don't. We already did the one for housing. I'm swearing for it this week, so, yeah. No, we're good.
All right.
That's-
All right. We're ready for the city manager's report.
Mayor, council, thank you. The new cabling and fire suppression system they'll start putting that in City Hall here soon. I think the fire suppression was November 1st, somewhere around there that they were going to start. Robbie's going to, here in the next week or two, get the cabling started before they start putting City Hall back together. Phase 2, we're still slowly getting to that point. All the HVAC systems have been repaired, and so we shouldn't have any issues. The unit over the lobby, the furnace wasn't working, so they've got that all fixed. So when it starts getting colder, the furnace in that area will work. The CCSAE Structural Engineering, they were here looking at that wall at 112 East 3rd where we tore the building down. They're going to be getting a cost estimate to make that wall safe. We're doing nothing more, nothing less, just making the wall safe. Whatever that costs will be added on to the lien of that property. And that company is going to take care of the bidding and specs, and the city of Cameron will conduct the inspections to save some money on that part of it. The 3rd Street buildings, the 4 buildings in the 200 block of East 3rd, we have the green light from DNR to start demolition. We have a 10-day waiting period, so demolition is going to start next Monday, October 27th, weather permitting. They're going to start tearing those 4 buildings down and then get rid of the barricade that's out there. We talked a little.
Tell us what side of the building they're going to start on.
From what I understand, they're going to start in the alley on the east side of those buildings between the old Steak and Stuff and the old HR block, and they're going to work west. Hopefully, they said they weren't going to do anything with closing down the street. They were going to start there and work to the west. So just depends on what they say and how they want to start. So we talked about Bob F. Griffin and 36. They did the bid openings last Friday. MoDOT did the openings. The bid for Clarkson, they won the bid. It was just a little over $3 million to fix the intersection at Bob F. and 36. I want to give a shout out to Economic Development. They've sent out over 50 letters to do business outreach. It includes supermarkets, movie theaters, sit-down restaurants, sporting goods retail, clothing retail, and distribution centers. And a couple other things on here that come up after we put the council packets together. We had some folks in here talking about the City of Cameron Police Department and the School District Police Department. So after the last meeting, I tasked the police department with going back the 3 years from August of 23 till now to pull everything that our police department and the school police department has communicated on. this is 3 years worth of incidents that the school and the city police department has worked on. So we are taking reports, we are responding to calls. So I just want everybody to be aware that we are working with the school district and they are contacting us in reference to reports at their school. And last is the city council vacancy. It's, you guys need to discuss how you want to handle the fifth person.
So can Lance tell us, since you talked about it, or maybe we should do this later, what exactly was in your pieces that you sent out? What was the tone?
Just the greatness of Cameron and our welcoming in.
And then you sent this into like a 50-mile radius?
Everywhere, corporate offices, basically. Some went to Florida, I think, some went to California.
Corporate offices trying to just, cold sales. So that kind of stuff. Dan was instrumental in it as well. And so,
You never know what'll happen when you throw stuff out.
yeah,
like that.
you just float that boat, see what comes back.
We'll give you an update as soon as if we start hearing back,
Oh, I
so.
think that's great.
So, real quick on that HVAC system being repaired, thank you. But we're also getting, as you know, towards the end of summer. So last year, they were still running air in the middle of winter. And so I just want to make sure that we have that set up to where proper heating, proper air is going on in there.
I'm not sure if they were running the air due to the mold and stuff that was still in there to keep that.
Well, I was told
Yeah, the
that they
scrubbers.
And
wasn't.
not, and the scrubbers, so.
Well, Steve told me, and I know where that's coming from, but he had told me at that point during the winter that we didn't need the scrubbers, because that's what I specifically was asking on. But I'm just asking for this year, if we don't need to spend the extra money on air conditioning in there when it's 22 degrees outside.
We would
might be a good idea.
have the furnaces on in there to keep the water and stuff from freezing.
Okay.
So, again, I have no idea why the air ran last winter.
It just
Because
didn't get shut off.
they didn't do the mold remediation until this year. So who knows, but we'll make sure that the furnaces are turned on so nothing pipes bust or anything.
Well, I think they couldn't even change it at one point because the city manager previous to that was the one that had the controllers.
Our HVAC company has everything set up. They
Good.
went in, a couple of the thermostats were missing. So they went in and changed those out. Everything's good. We can control it right from each thermostat. So
Okay.
we're good to go.
Okay. And then lastly, I had a citizen just ask me recently, down there by the old Red Apple, what was it?
Red
What
Top?
was it after Red Apple?
The cleaner.
The cleaners. Sorry, I went back a few years.
Yeah.
The Red
Before
Apple.
my time.
Anybody else remember the Red Apple? Thank you.
Shows your age, John.
Well, I used to go there as a kid. They had a baseball.
So anyhow,
Anyhow,
down
there's
here
water.
by the
Yeah,
ambulance,
yeah.
okay?
There's water there.
About water hydrant.
Yeah, and the folks are using the water out of it.
It's
We're getting
for-
reimbursed on
For
that.
I-35.
Right, and we're getting reimbursed
I
on
think
that.
you guys have already talked to us about that.
Okay, I missed it.
So they're using
So-
the hydrant meter, that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I was,
Yeah.
I just.
They're metering it and they're using it out on the.
I figured it
construction
was-
of I-35.
kinda
Have
looked
that
like
there
it.
and have one on BB Highway.
Okay. Well, it looked like it, but I thought I'd just ask and say. Okay, that's it for me. I'll set up.
Okay, great.
Do we have any other questions for our city manager?
Did you want to talk about the council vacancy?
Yeah.
I know in the past, we have advertised that, got resumes, and then presented those to council to select. I think the last time it happened, it was actually closer to candidate filing time, and council waited, but that's still 2 months away before we have that.
Right.
So do you want me to advertise, or what are you guys wanting to do going forward to get that seat?
Yeah, I think you get it advertised as soon as possible, and, because if not, there's the possibility that nothing gets done for two months because of the 2-2 votes.
I agree with that. I don't think it's.
Just my thought.
To have
We
a
need to
teacher.
get that advertised and compile some resumes for you guys to look at.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. What kind of deadline do you put on that?
Like a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Maybe we can get it by the first or second meeting in November.
Do you have anybody asking already?
I have not.
I have.
Yeah.
I think
I
a
hear that.
resume and maybe a cover letter would be appropriate.
All right, if that's it, we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is unfinished business. It doesn't look like we have any there.
We're good.
So now we're moving on to new business, and the first, and our new business is Christopher Hurst, Park Board President.
Before Mr. Hurst gets started, I just wanted to comment that the code says that the annual report will be presented on or before the second Monday in June. That is actually in the very height of park season. There couldn't be a worse time to get a park board report. I would like to see the Wheelfield Council if I drafted an ordinance to change the code for it to be the first or second meeting in October.
Right, because June, our school just opened up, and we would like to hear how the season went.
It's the middle of
And all the
season.
games and all,
But
yeah.
October, you could get a recap of the previous year and look ahead of what's coming.
I would note that the way that we'll have to phrase that, because that provision is from state law, is we'll just have to work with exactly what period is being reported on.
Okay.
Because the report is second Monday in June for the park property fund as of May 1st of the previous year. And that's not a city of Cameron requirement, that is a state law.
Okay, never mind. It just didn't make any sense.
That's why he's there.
Mayor, City Councilman, my name is Chris Hurst. I appreciate you having me here. It's an honor. So I am here to present the Cameron Parks Board Annual Report. I'll be honest with you. I was elected to the Parks Board on June 24th of this year, and then elected as the president at our just most recent meeting. And so most of the information that I am presenting on, I can't take any credit for. It's Ira and his team and some of the other Parks Board members who have kind of timed off. But I'm, again, honored to be here, and hopefully I can present it better next year. But with that, we're excited to highlight some of the growth, our community engagement, and our strategic improvements across our city parks and our recreational facilities. With the support of our city leadership, volunteers, and residents, we've made significant strides in enhancing public spaces and promoting outdoor wellness. This year in review, the park improvements, they have completed phase 2 of the recreational park renovation, including new playground equipment and ADA compliant pathways. They have also upgraded restrooms and picnic shelters with automatic door locks being installed on the restrooms, specifically at the recreation park, and I believe Irish done that at some other parks as well. As far as community events this year, they have hosted the summer concert series with over 2,000 attendees from across 4 different events. They also organized the Fall Festival and the Pumpkin Walk that drew families from across Clinton, DeKalb counties, and other areas. And then partnered with local schools for the Youth Nature Explorers program, which served 300 plus students. As far as environmental initiatives, this year the Parks Board has planted over 75 native trees through the Tree Cameron Initiative. And then I'll be honest with you again, these numbers here, I've tried to pull them from some of the Parks Board kind of documents we've had. I believe our total budget for the year was close to $440,000. And then the main number there is our capital improvements with $197,000 that is expected to be spent for projects this coming year. Some of the metrics that I was able to look up through park visitation, we estimated 45,000 visits across all of our parks here in Cameron, which was up about 12% from 2024. We have 320 shelter and pavilion bookings over the previous year, and then 1,800 residents engaged in recreational programs. Also, we want to make sure that this is accounted, 1,250 hours were logged by community volunteers throughout the park system. Some of the challenges that we face are aging infrastructure in some of our neighborhood parks, limited staffing and seasonal maintenance, an increased demand for an inclusive play space here in town, and then, as I mentioned, some of the new park board members being voted on, kind of building that experience. Opportunities, though, are pursuing additional grant funding for our green infrastructure, expanding partnerships with local businesses and nonprofits, developing a parks master plan for 2026 and beyond. And then again, because we have new park board members, the opportunity is really there to kind of see how that changes. Some of the strategic goals for 2026 are going to be to launch a community garden program in collaboration with Cameron Public Library. We also would like to increase youth engagement through the after-school recreation programs. Increased parking design is now ongoing for out at the old Somerville Park, as well as looking at this to try and create the 2 new additional ball fields out there. And then also talking in discussions, the broken dock from out at the reservoir, how we can possibly sell or kind of piece that out and get bids to maybe put in the new one as soon as possible. With that, just really wanted to thank Cameron Community, City Council, Mayor, Ira again, his team, all the citizens that have participated, and then the local schools and businesses as well. Any questions or anything that I can divert to Ira?
How did you get, this is the first time we've ever heard about how many people have come to our parks. How did you get that?
That's all Chris. This is all information that I've been trying to research since I was told that I was going to get the annual report.
A week ago?
Well, it's been about a month now.
Okay.
You had a little bit of time to research.
He's about as fast on his feet as you are. That was a good job. Keep that up. We like hearing those kinds of figures and numbers and what you're doing so that we can also participate and help out. And we do have volunteers that are wanting to work in some things too. So, yeah, good job.
Good presentation.
Yeah, it was good, and I absolutely agree with both of them. One other, just a small suggestion is, I know that we do get minutes and such, or we're supposed to anyway. That would be, I think that would be a great thing to make sure every month we're getting it. I'm a big believer in, if I can see it each month, it makes it easier for me if you come and say, hey, we could do some dollars for this, and we'll use this in budget. So that'd be one thing I would suggest to go along with this, because this was the best thing I've seen.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to bring that back with you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that takes us next to Resolution 2025-56. Shelley.
Resolution 2025-56. A resolution for the City of Cameron, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Randy Curnow Chevrolet GMC to purchase a service truck for the Parks Department.
I will entertain a motion to pass Resolution 2025-56.
So moved. Second.
Discussion?
Thank you, Mayor, council members. Put this resolution together. Since I've started last November, I have been using my personal truck for park business and stuff. And we found this truck at a discounted rate and would like to purchase it for the parks department for use.
Was this in the budget?
Yes.
It looks like, I appreciate you giving us information on other companies, because that really means a lot to us. It's not you just picking what you want and throwing it at us.
Right.
It kind of lets us see your thinking, and I like that. I appreciate that. So thank you.
I
And
noticed we had 3.
yeah, this is nothing more than a truck meeting, is all this is.
Yeah,
Some
so,
guys like that thing.
and I was gonna ask about that, since you brought it up, man. Since we've got three different groups asking for 3 trucks, is there any overlap on abilities? We bought 2 this year, buy 1 next year, or were they already all budgeted and needed for 1? No, I was saying
For
we
the-
bought 2
Well,
instead of,
for
last
the last one,
resolution,
for the
they
city
sold the truck.
inspector, they sold it, so we're going to,
We
we'll
have
have
to start over.
to start over.
All right. Oh, this is the one that we were wanting to get. Gotcha.
No, they were all at Randy,
that's what we saw.
but we do have comparables.
So,
We did. We sold a bunch of the surplus equipment.
so are they gonna give us extra special care since we are going to, they better.
They did, the police department, when we bought our Durangos.
No, I mean care.
Let's get the government. That's-
Like they-
that's all
Yeah,
we
it's,
get.
it should be fixed because we're a government entity. It should be across the state. Shouldn't matter what the other should get it from.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor of passing resolution 2025-56, say aye. All opposed? Passes, 4 in favor, 0 opposed. Next, we go to resolution 2025-57, Shelley.
Resolution 2025-57, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Cameron, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter a professional services agreement with Bartlett and West Inc. for design of the parking lot expansion at Old Somerville.
I would entertain a motion to pass resolution 2025-57.
Second.
Discussion?
Thank you again. This has kind of been a long time coming since I've started. That's been kind of the number one priority is trying to expand the parking lot out to Somerville. When it was built out there, they definitely had it undersized for parking. So trying to come up with a design plan of adding anywhere from 300 to 400 additional parking spots out there.
And again, it was already budgeted in.
Yes, this is from bond money that is, it's already taken place there, so it's already in the budget for it.
Bond money.
It's cheaper than a truck.
Yeah, there we go.
So this will provide another 200 to 300 stalls.
This is just the engineering, correct?
This is just engineering side of it.
Yeah.
And we have the money set aside to do that, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is all just getting started.
Yeah, they won't probably start pushing dirt on until, with everything going on next year with the World Cup and the Pops event with Lance and stuff, they probably are gonna wait probably July 1st. So it really won't be beneficial to us probably next year, but the year after that it will be.
And the parking's really needed, isn't it?
Oh,
It's the
my
number
God.
one
Parks
priority.
everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I mean, right now, we had only put up an overflow sign out into the field, and
Yeah.
Right.
we kind of get bashed from social media over that, but we keep it mowed up, and we
Yeah.
try to make it nice as possible, but it's definitely needed.
Get her done.
Don't feel bad. They used to get nailed for the parking lot down there at Parkview too, so. Even
Well-
when they did have it, yeah, they didn't like it. so.
Well, and one thing, Tad's been nice enough, he's on it, kind of helped me quarterback it, make sure it's built right. He's kind of came up with a good design, or a good idea that we want to tell Bartlett and West about is, right now, when they come in off Northland Drive, it's so bottlenecked right through there, and then we have to get PD out there because there's arguments that are happening, so we'll have a one-way in, and then they can filter back out around, and that way it won't be so clustered.
I knew that was gonna happen the way it was.
Yeah.
Good idea.
We need to have a road in and a road out,
Yeah.
you know. Not there yet. Any other discussion? All right, all those in favor of passing resolution 2025-57, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Carries, 4 in favor, 0 opposed. That takes us to resolution 2025-58. Shelley.
Resolution 2025-58, a resolution for the City of Cameron, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Randy Curnow Chevrolet GMC for the purchase of a public works service truck.
I will entertain a motion to pass resolution 2025-58.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. This is just a resolution for budgeted
service truck for the Public Works Department. I also found they found a truck that was cheaper than what they originally budgeted for. It was around, not much, but $1,200, but better than nothing. So, yeah, it's a little less than what they quoted us, so. But this is gonna replace a '04 Colorado that is starting to be a maintenance nightmare.
So what's $1,200?
It's instead of having the GM plant actually build the truck, they found one similar,
Okay,
and
$1,200 less.
it was $1,200 less than
Not a
what.
$1,200 truck.
No.
Bummer.
Sounds like my truck.
I think Mark,
That was 1974 model.
I think Mark has some more stuff he's gonna put on Purple Wave, and I will be adding that truck, if passed, to that auction. That money will also go towards the new purchase.
Any other discussion? Comments? All right, all those in favor of passing resolution 2025-58, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It passes 4 in favor, 0 opposed. That takes us to resolution 2025-59. Shelley.
All right, so on this one, I'm gonna read it, and if you guys would vote it down, that way it gets it off my resolution list. They did go ahead and sell this truck before we could get this resolution done, so this truck is no longer available. So I already stepped back to the drawing board on it.
Spencer.
Oh, Spencer, sorry. Yeah.
I know we both look a lot alike.
It's the beard.
So I'm gonna go ahead and read it. We'll just vote it. Resolution 2025-59, a resolution for the city of Cameron, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into agreement with Randy Curno Chevrolet GMC for the purchase of an inspection department service truck.
I will entertain a motion to pass resolution 2025-59.
So moved. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discussion?
Truck's been sold.
Okay. All those in favor of passing resolution 2025-59, say aye.
That's right.
All those opposed?
No. We
See,
got you on that one, John.
I like to spin.
That's right.
That's it.
Voting to spend money.
Aw.
See, nobody can say I'm cheap anymore.
All right, that takes us to our second public participation with council. Anybody have anything they'd like to share with us?
I just have one question. Was it beneficial to the city this year to run the swimming pool and managed by the city versus having an outside firm manage it as has been in the past?
That is a very good question.
That's it.
I think we've kind of established that over the last couple of meetings because we talked about it. I'm always asking you about that. Do we want to have them? Do we have to answer that?
I don't have the numbers with me on that, no, but I think it was significantly cheaper for us to run it.
And I believe I do know the lifeguards love the management and they were well taken care of. They were not pulled off to go to other cities to be lifeguards. I don't know if we had to shut down parts of our pool. Okay, so we didn't even have to shut down. I know a little about this because I've been interested in it. We didn't have to shut down certain parts of our pool like we've had in the past to keep our kids safe because they didn't have enough guards. We were fully staffed. We had our concession stands were full and did well. In the past, it hasn't been that way, you know. So, Ira got some really good, what do they call it? The people who ran it for us. They've run another pool before and they were just.
Oh, good feedback, man, good feedback. Yeah, everybody from the staff, and then I would, of course, I was there every day, and I would visit with people. I know that's a shocker, I would talk to people, but they seemed like they were a lot happier with the city running it, and everybody seemed a little bit happier, so it was probably a little bit cheaper. It was probably, I had more hair when I first started, but it
was nerve-wracking for me, but through about halfway through the season, I felt a lot more comfortable about it. So, like I said, the kids, my main goal is that the pedestrians, the kids are safe. And so I felt like the guards, I thought did a good job. They also are kids that are watching kids, so you have to just be careful with them. I mean, you gotta get onto them a little bit. If they don't like the job, then they don't have to work.
See,
I take it pretty serious.
Who I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna talk. Who was the company that trained our guards?
That was Ellis.
Yes, Ellis is one of the top-notch guard training. And they also, the other company used Star Guard. And Ellis is top-notch, and not only that, but they do surprise audits, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which makes a mom happy because you want to know if your kid falls from the high diving board, which happened under the other management, that they are well taken care of.
Well, in our city insurance with Jeff, the guy was just here, he'll pop in and do surprise inspections and stuff. And they actually kind of recommend Ellis versus over anybody else.
I think they give some money back to, from what I saw, some money back to the city or to the guards for using them.
Yeah.
And I just like our kids be in the pool, taken care of by people who are trained, and that's very important, because you can lose them so fast. So, I'll be quiet.
But no, overall, I think it was it was okay that we ran. I think we did the best job we could do. So.
All right. Anybody else? All right, now that begins us with comments from the staff.
Mayor, council, myself and Captain O'Boyle will be leaving tomorrow afternoon. We're going down to the Myrna Police Conference. So we'll be gone. We'll be back Thursday evening.
Nothing.
Lance?
Thank you, council and the mayor. Dan's already talked about 112 East Third. He's already talked about the 200 block of East Third. He already talked about the Bob F. Griffin bidding. We'll need to be getting something back from MoDOT in the near future to give us their thoughts and their suggestions on what we need to do with that. Been working on the TIFs, been working on regular day-to-day operations, been doing a lot with P&Z and also with variances. We will have 5 variances at the next Board of Adjustment.
I see some new houses going up.
Yeah, and that's in Spencer's world, but yeah, there's a lot of building going on.
I can see that.
So that's all I got.
So we kind of hit on it a little bit earlier, but we did have the equipment, surplus equipment at the Purple Wave auction. We did clear $81,600 from that equipment. It sold very well. Some of it a lot more than I would have ever dreamed it would went for. But that is split across parks, water, sewer, and electric departments. The park department got $28,000 of it. We did have 2 items that were defaulted on that are going to have to be run through another auction. So we did take delivery on our new bucket truck here a couple weeks ago, so we'll have another bucket truck to sell in the next auction, plus fire department, public works, more park stuff to sell yet. So we are trying to recoup some of this and get it back in instead of just sitting around collecting dust and dust. Other than that, going along, we have been getting utilities hooked up for a lot of new houses, taking some down for several demolitions that have been going on lately. Still working on our pole change outs, and water department's been having quite a few main breaks here lately. So
Yeah, I've heard about
it's going to
that.
be that time of year when the ground starts getting, so. That's all I've got.
Good, thank you.
The street crews, they should finish up this week, crack sealing all the new pavement that's been put down. It's very important to keep the water out of the new pavement. Usually give you a report on the airport project, but it's pretty much wrapping up. And
Yeah, we had a
I
grand
want to thank
opening.
everybody for coming that did come for the ribbon cutting at the airport. We had a pretty good turnout. Everything was going be long, we'll have to start getting snow equipment checked and make sure everything's ready to go. I hate to say it, but it's getting that time. That's all I have.
Did get word there in the last week that the new scoreboards for Somerville is going to probably be here next week, so we'll get those installed. And I'll have to take that to the park board, what we want to do with the old ones. Their scoreboards are set up for soccer, so I don't know what they'll want to do, maybe run them over, install them at the soccer field if we want to run power and all that, or what they want to do. But we'll bring that up in the meeting on Thursday, which we have a park board meeting this Thursday as well. So, talk a little bit about the pool. We've been working on trying to get it winterized a little bit. We got the majority of it. The water department boys, we're kind of waiting on them. They had some water main breaks. They're going to bring over the compressors and blow out the lines and stuff for winterization stuff. There's no surprises in the spring. And then I did get some bad news. Our two pool managers put their recognition in. So they were pretty busy with their personal business, and she's still going to school and stuff, and they kind of wanted to spend more family time, which I understand. So I'll be on the hunt for new managers for this season coming up. So hopefully we can find something.
Steal somebody from someplace.
That's right. That's right.
Did she have any recommendations on anybody?
I didn't ask her, but I'm sure if I did, she would definitely tell me. So. Out to the reservoir, talking about stuff we talked about. We did sell the dock out there. Try to probably get with Tad and some of his boys when we can, and just do a little bit of cleanup area out there. In the future, I'll work with Lance about getting a grant to replace the dock. Put a new one out there. So hopefully that will cut down some costs a little bit with DNR's help. So, we're getting ready to finish up with flag football and soccer for the season. We're supposed to have the in-tournaments coming up this weekend coming up, so that is coming up to a wrap. And unfortunately, the grass is still growing. So I'm hoping this cold weather really stops it. So other than that, that's just we're going to start working on some of our smaller projects that we got in the parks and take care of the stuff that we have.
Do you have any openings in your department?
No, I filled my full-time position with a younger kid from Hamilton. He's been there since the first of the month, and he's doing really good. He seems to like it so far, and he's still showing up every day. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the ice skating rink that the park board owns?
We don't
have it anymore.
No, they got rid of that.
Oh, they got rid of it?
Yeah. It's been asked about.
Well, then you're gonna have to figure out a way to do something in the pool then, with the water.
Okay.
We're gonna have you working on that pool year-round.
Spencer.
A lot of nice stuff they've already talked about with demolitions and engineering going on, city hall and all that. You say we got a lot of houses going up, we are busy for sure, staying on top of inspections, make sure they're being done per code. And then just a little good point, Georgia had a nice little event the other night at the community center on Saturday, a little trick or treat, had a lot of kids out there.
Oh, sweet.
Good publicity, the KQ2 News was there covering it as well.
Oh,
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So there's a big building being, it somewhat looks like it's complete, right? You know where Young and Hart is?
Is that around Hunt?
That one over there.
What is that big building?
Are you talking about the Fourth and Hunt? It is a duplex.
That's gonna be a duplex?
It is.
Did you see the garage doors on those?
Did that get approved?
I'm like, that's gotta be a business.
It's a duplex. There's living space on both sides.
Well, I can see that.
Shared garage duplex.
Shared garage. It looks like an industrial, like you could take one of your 8 Alltech trucks and stick in the garage. Wow, I was just wondering.
Really large camper.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got.
We've had a busy couple of weeks. Last week, had some people show up in Cameron to maybe agitate some people. That made national news, and I recommend not believing everything you see or hear until you look at it yourself.
We did, however, open our eyes to a few issues on the road. We had a multi-agency jurisdictional training course over some things, try to get ahead of issues that may not even be here yet, but may come this way. So it was beneficial in that aspect. March Fest went real well. We had a lot of people up here for that. Just had a lot of events going on.
You're busy. Chief.
It's been real busy. The guys have spent a lot of time with public education. This is fire safety week. They've been at the schools, they've been at daycare centers, they've been preschools, they've been here, given just tours and things of that nature. So that's taken up a lot of time. We've been very busy, a lot of accidents. We've actually, 2 weeks ago, all the traffic was going through town. We just happened to be in town. That's all off the interstate. We worked 4 accidents, 4 structural-related fires over the weekend, along with March Fest. We worked accident in March Fest all at the same time. The good thing about it is I've got enough personnel that we can cover all that stuff. We had 2 mutual aid calls. March Fest was a huge success. Our firefighters actually was in charge of bus parking and taking care of safety in that respect. Parking uptown and around the schools. It was very easy this time, probably easier than ever before. The schools wasn't quite as many, but we had just as many units to park. The one thing I did notice that later that afternoon driving around, I thought there was probably more people in town at those events than ever has been. The high school parking lot was full. Park Avenue was parked full. Just every side street, and it really looked good. And the kids and schools and we was associated with was very respectful. We took care of them, answered a lot of questions. So it went well. And the guys on the department liked it.
Good. Congratulations. That's good. Isn't it? Carmen.
The email transfer has gone rather well. I think we still have some few outlying email accounts that are non-city hall or non-PD building locations that are still have to work through that. We have also converted over to M365 Office, so for the first round of computers in City Hall, so that's kind of been a little bit of a change, but nothing insurmountable. Our technical company, SecureServe, they've assigned a project manager, and we're still in not constant communication, but good communication as needed. So that's good.
All right.
I don't have anything. I just want to thank council for the opportunity to be on vacation and this happened.
Did you have a good time?
We did. We had a great time.
I just want to thank Carmen. I know in your job, you're not out arresting people, you're not tearing down buildings, you're not patching holes, you're not putting out fires. A lot of times, what you do doesn't get recognized because you do it so well. And it's the glue that holds us all together, that everybody knows financially where they are and how this works. And I just want to thank you, and I admire what you do. It's a thankless job, and you do it perfectly.
And very fortunate to have the gentleman over there to work with. And you are. Communication can be.
Everybody.
That's all.
Oh, the gentleman over there. I was like, what gentleman?
Well.
Fair.
Okay. Very good.
Hey, thanks for the Sure Sign people coming over. I think that sounds, we need to investigate that. I guess the easiest way that I would think is to bring a proposal, Lance, some numbers, and we'll take a look
about it.
MoDOT has to weigh in.
Does MoDOT have to weigh in on that
it's
too?
their problem.
We
Is
have
that
something
their-
on that, actually. We spoke with them today.
I spoke with MoDOT quite frequently. These are email threads back, if you'd like that.
So we have to go through MoDOT first before,
Yeah, so basically,
are you doing
I
that
would just
already?
give it to Lance and let
Yeah,
him run with
go
it.
through Lance on this deal.
this is kind of where we
Yeah.
left off, Lance.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, because we can't do anything.
No,
That was
about
today, wasn't it,
MoDOT.
Jim?
yeah.
That was today.
That
That was what
today.
they sent us just right before the meeting.
I know you guys have been working on it, I think that.
And so basically, Nate Pond reached out to me today, and because of, usually I handle these permits, because of the uniqueness of this situation, they can't even talk to me. They have to talk directly with the city of Cameron. That's what this email text message says to me. So if the city of Cameron is interested in this,
Yeah.
the communication would have to be back.
See, this way, if it doesn't work, we can blame it on Lance.
Yeah.
You're going to anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to anyway.
No, the only problem is it's so hard to monitor. We don't know what's going on unless the city of Cameron talks to us about it, you know. But it's, you know, from what I've seen, you know, with the water runoff situation and the retaining wall, it seems like it would fit perfectly because we could take care of the retaining wall situation as we were to put the billboard in. It seems like, Mr. Thompson, we would have to maintain that area just to keep the billboard in conformance.
You guys have any questions on there?
Relieve a lot of that
Any
tension.
questions, or right now we can answer?
Right now, there's nothing really.
Yeah, move on to him and we'll, we
Okay.
need to just,
Okay,
take a look at it.
okay, perfect. Any questions? just let me know.
He's the man.
And then he will decide, or
Yeah,
whoever he
yeah.
talks to will decide whether or not he needs to come to
Yeah.
us.
Okay.
They might be able to work it out.
Oh, no, I'll come back to you guys.
No, I know, I didn't know if we had to give an approval, that's all, I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We
Yeah, I
appreciate it.
appreciate that.
Okay. So,
Oh, I forgot.
yeah.
No, I don't have anything.
You voted to spend something that we weren't gonna do.
I'm here.
Get?
Just to be an oddball, I like it. Well, it warms my heart to see our community come together like they do and serve not only the kids and the parents. And everybody chipped in and worked in, and the banner that's on downtown, and you know, our community really supports it. And it really, really is a good thing because number one, we're a lot easier to get to some other town because we are going north, south, east, and west. So that's why we're a good fit for this. And also, it's really good to bring in more business because they will do better if we do more stuff like this. So my hat's off to the workers, the chiefs and the chief there, and mostly the school and the parents. I had a clerk who was, she had to volunteer everything because her kids were in it. She goes, that was a really long day. I go, yeah, it is. So anyway, that's a good thing, and I want to tell the school board that they've done well. The band boosters, they drug too. So I was just really excited that it continues to get better. And then we also have Balloon Fest coming this year as well, so we'll be gearing up for that. I don't know what else, you've got that pop thing going on.
June 13th.
June 13th, but I think the Balloon Fest is.
Oh, no, that's a week before.
Oh, wow, you're going to almost do back to back?
That's why we're going to bring everybody into town, or that's what we're hoping, that's our shtick. So we want to keep them around for at least a week.
So if this works out with you guys, that'll be up by then.
She's talking to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She said if this works out, can we have her sign up by?
It's June 13th. June
We have to sign
13th.
Oh, yeah, long before June.
We're also first Tuesday of August, we'll be doing our second annual National Night Out at the ball
Oh,
field.
yeah, that was very successful this year. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
There was a lot of people out there.
Yeah, there was. A lot of good things.
Granted, we don't have a blizzard till June. Well, weather permitting, I should say that, right?
All right, well, thank you guys. With that, I will entertain a motion to leave, to go into executive session under.
Attorney-client communications and personnel.
All right, and enter into executive, we will.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
John Breckenridge.
Yes.
John Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Mark Carr.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you all for showing up.
Thank you.
Hey, Lance.
Yes.